Hey there, everyone. How are you all doing today? Give me a shout out. Let me know who's here, where you're from, all that kind of good stuff. Hello, hello. Who do we got here today? I see a bunch of people join it. Stephanie from New York. Or not New York, I'm sorry, North Carolina. Why did I say New York? Crystal from South Carolina. Look, we got the Carolinas representing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you all for joining me. Today is going to be our Truth Be Told Thursday. Hello, everyone. So today's Truth Be Told Thursday is going to be something that perhaps might hit home for you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, perhaps you know somebody else that it might hit home for. So here's what I wanted to share. First off, how many of you are exactly where you want to be in your life? Not even necessarily your business, but in your life. Is there anybody out there who wishes they were someplace different in their life at this point in time? For those of you who may be in that place, awesome. So I'm not the only one who sees this stuff, right? Okay. So here's what I wanted to point out is that unfortunately, many times it takes a lot of pressure and difficult times and things like that for us to finally make a change in our areas of life that need changing. Okay. So many times we'll look at things and we'll go, oh, you know what? I really do want to change this. I really do want to make a difference. But then we let it fall by the wayside and we don't focus on it so much. It could be, perhaps it's losing weight. Perhaps it is, whether it's losing weight, whether it's getting out of your comfort zone, whether it's making a change in your job, maybe it's, whatever. So, but here's what tends to happen when our why isn't big enough, when our reason isn't big enough. It can be easy to just, it's okay. Not a big deal. I don't need to focus on it. I'll deal with it eventually. So typically what winds up happening then is it takes something really drastic. So perhaps it might mean some incredible medical difficulties that finally get us to snap out of it and go, oh, you know what? Okay, now I need to focus on my weight. Or perhaps financially, maybe it comes down to, where you need to make a change in your business or your career or whatever, but you keep putting it off. And it takes getting a foreclosure notice from your mortgage company before you finally realize that, oh my goodness, I'm in too deep. Now I need to do something. So I want you to think about this. Why do we wait? Why do we wait until it becomes so bad that, okay, now we have to do it and now we're too far gone in comparison to had we just dealt with it initially? So yes, okay. So the thing is that when we are able to see that there is something that has to be changed in our life, why are we not telling ourselves the truth of matters and saying, you know what, I need to take care of it now before it spirals out of control, before it gets out of hand? And you also have to understand that, unfortunately, many times it comes down to where we don't focus on what isn't demanding our immediate attention. Okay? Well, here's what's going to happen is many times it won't demand your immediate attention. Losing weight is not necessarily going to demand your immediate attention until there's a medical reason. You have to get to the point where you fear staying the same more than what you fear making a change. So that being said, does anybody know or have any insight? A lot of times we fear failure or fear trials that may come along the way. Absolutely. But here's the thing. We also know that the only surefire way to fail is to never start or to never try or to give up. Okay. So that being said, why do we focus so much on not doing the things that we should be doing to make a change in our life? Yes, good point. It is fear that holds us back. Okay. But here's the one thing that I want you to keep in mind, especially if you're a believer, then you know that the fear comes from the enemy. It is not of God. It is the devil that puts those fears and doubts into our minds and tells us that we cannot do those things that we want to do. Okay? It tells us that we shouldn't even try because we'll probably just fail anyway. It tells us that we don't deserve to be as good as what we could. Absolutely. False evidence appearing real. Okay. So I was actually just talking with one of my jewelers earlier today. I'm not sure if she's on here. But I was just talking with her earlier today. And one of the things that her and I discussed is, why do we give the enemy so much power? He doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve to have control of us. He does not deserve to take control of our life. He does not deserve our even one inkling of thought. But God does. God does deserve that from us. And he does deserve us to stop putting limitations on him. Because here's the thing. Every time we say, you know what, I really would like to make a change in my financial situation, but I can't. Or, I'd really like to go give that business a try, but I can't. Or I'd really like to lose weight, but I just don't think I have the willpower to do it. Any of those times where we talk ourselves out of something that would be amazing for us, that we talk ourselves out of something that would bring us so much joy, that we talk ourselves out of something that could bless other people, that could bless our life, that could bless our family, we are putting limitations on what God can do. And what a slap in the face to him. I mean, this is the same God who created our heavens and earth. This is the same God who created you to be something amazing. Okay, you were not just born to work and pay bills and then die. That's not what you were born for. Okay, he has something amazing planned for you. But until you're willing to set the lies aside from the enemy who's trying to keep you from being blessed, you will never have a chance to fully experience God's plan for you. So one of the things that I highly encourage is to get in the Word daily, and to do it first thing in the morning if at all possible. Because here's the thing, that's going to put a whole new spin on what you feel you are able to do. And absolutely right, fully surrender. I firmly believe that we have to die to ourselves every single day and pick up his cross every single day. We have to do that. And as I was sharing with my jeweler earlier, this is not just make a decision to follow Christ and then everything's just easy. This is minute by minute making the decision to follow God. And this is minute by minute making the decision to know that he can do all things through us. Okay? And we need to sometimes take the focus off of who we think we are and take the focus off what we think we can or can't do, and instead put the focus on who he is, what he's done for us, and what he can do through us. So if you have been listening to the lies from the enemy, if you have been listening to you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not talented enough, or you couldn't do that, or any of those things, if you've been believing those lies, do me a favor today and immediately tell the devil he has no place in your heart, in your mind, in your life. And speak out against him. I mean, just totally rebuke him and say he's not welcome, because you do not belong to him. You belong to God. Okay? You are the daughters and sons of a king, for heaven's sakes. So you can absolutely get out there and do these things. Don't for 1 minute believe the lies. Believe the truth that is God. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to add? Anybody have any bits of wisdom they would like to add to today's truth? You got it. You're so right. We give him way too much power, and I'm not quite sure why, but good Lord, when you finally push him out of your life, it is an amazing thing. Yes. I love me some Holly Girth. So, yeah, so just keep in mind that anything out there that you may be wanting to do, if it's, that you're wanting to change your financial picture, for those of you out there who may not currently be Premier Design Jewelers, if absolutely, thank you. If you are not currently Premier Designs Jeweler, if maybe you're just on here and you're a Facebook friend of mine or a Facebook friend of somebody else's, whatever led you here today, to me, it's by no mistake that you may be here. Okay, the Lord wanted you all to hear this message today, and that's why you're here. So, for those of you who are Premier Designs Jewelers, you know what an amazing company we have. You know what an amazing ability we have to be able to get in the homes of people and be able to share the hope that is Premier. I have no other way to say it than that. But it's amazing what the enemy can do to make us feel less than and make us feel like we shouldn't be out there sharing these things or trying to steal our confidence away and that kind of thing. But yes, we have, here's the thing, and this was something I shared with my jeweler earlier. We should be confident in what we do and what we say and who we're following, because here's the thing. We already know that God wins. We already know that in this war over our souls, we already know who wins. Okay, so we can with confidence say to the devil, you know what, you can't have me. You can't. And the Lord has already won me, and he's going to keep me. Okay, so it is so, so important that we make sure that we're doing that every single day. And as I, had started to say, for those of you who might be here that are not are already affiliated with the Premier Designs company, if you are here because a jeweler shared for you to be here, or you know somebody who's a jeweler, please contact her and just find out what could possibly be done, especially if you're looking to change your financial picture and you're wanting something that is going to uplift you, and you're wanting something that's going to encourage you, and you want to be a part of a family who's just going to love on you nonstop and is going to constantly encourage you, as well as that it is a biblical based company that's going to provide those things. I know many of us, have been involved in other employment and things like that where we were not treated kindly. We were not permitted, if you will, to speak of our faith or to give glory where glory is due. And that is one thing that I can absolutely say with certainty with Premier, is that it is encouraged for us to have that relationship with the Lord, and it is encouraged for us to put God first, and then our family, and then our career. So I absolutely love that. For those of you out there who maybe this isn't for you and it's not something you want to do, that's okay. We're still here to love on you and be a part of your life in any way that you allow us to be. So I just want to thank you all for joining me today, and I hope that it has touched your heart in some way. If you feel that there's someone else that needs to hear this, please make sure that you share that message with them. And I will just say that I will be saying prayers for each and every one of you, and truly hope that today you are able to push the enemy out of your life, out of your mind, out of your heart, and just fully surrender to God. Prayers and blessings for each of you. Thank you so much.